Hey, and we had a conversation. You got 4 artists in the room. Thug, Future, Drake, Gunna. Picking through the list, who's the first out the room? And who's the last man standing in the room?
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Future, Gunna,
Drake, Thug. Who the first one out the room?
God.
Like to sign or
No. Who the first one out the room? They get smoked. I don't got no more hits. I gotta go.
Oh, that's tough. Bro.
Like you bounce because they making hits.
Is it really this much of a? Y'all really think y'all is that close to y'all?
Yes,
bro. It's a conversation.
I think so.
First of all,
Yeah. If
you gotta go.
Gunna gotta
Gunna gotta go first.
Gunna had one of the hardest albums of 23.
Ooh, okay, Sal. Okay.
One of the hardest.
Okay, he pulled up.
albums.
Somebody pulled up. We pulled up the pod today. It's gonna be a day today.
I mean, listen. I feel you, but like that album was crazy.
No,
that
100%.
Yeah.
That album,
Yeah.
the Drake album, crazy.
Okay.
Future don't miss.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thug album was light, but he's sitting. So like,
For sure.
Yeah, if Thug was out, it'd be different.
man,
And Gunna
that's-
picked up a lot of that shit from Thug. Like,
Come on.
That's a fact.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, look. If we
This
need
shit
to
right
sit
here
on it, if
ride.
we need to
That's
rest
what
on
it
it,
is.
I understand.
That's a
right.
good one though.
Mic check. Yeah. Hey.
I'll survive
Take
it
it
here.
into the ceiling. New trenches.
Hey.
New trenches. Hey man, I ain't mean to start it with the slow grooves, slow ball, because we got some real arguments going on here today.
Big facts.
Big argument.
Early. Tim pulled up the pod today.
Hey. Dayo. All right, bro.
Today,
Bro.
off a 3 hours sleep. Yes, sir.
You had a blast last night?
Hey, look, just tell them we just at work. That's all.
Hey,
Don't worry about it. We just
look.
clocking in.
Look, hey, I swear though, but look, when I got the coat, the sugar daddy on my ass, man, I'm good.
It be
You
like
feel
that.
me? I'm
It
good.
be like that.
We
Welcome
rolling.
to a new episode of The Trenches.
There you go.
I am your host, Zaire Franklin. Oh man, we got some love in the building. We got the guys in the building.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good joint today. We got some good, we got some bad, and I think we got a little ugly to get to today. But it's gonna be a good joint. Always joined to my brother to my right, Tim.
Ooh.
I got his back, he got my front. What's up, brother?
You know what? What's up, man? Hey, look, like they said, man, All-Star Weekend, you gotta do something special. So we here for it.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%,
Man,
100%.
come
Without
on.
further ado, we got 2 special guests. We had to work over the set real quick because
Yeah.
the convo started to get that crazy. Joe with his first to my left, man, master investor.
Yeah.
They say he got the
Crystal
ball.
ball.
Yeah, the crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
In the world.
Miss Cleo of the
Yeah.
markets. That's what they say.
down.
But guess what? It ain't Fugazi. It's Stamp Ian, brother. What's up, Ian Dunlap? How we doing today,
Man,
bro?
happy to be here. You know, I fuck with you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the
Appreciate
invite.
it. Yes, sir.
Also, we can been a vibe. We got some shit to talk about.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
but I'm happy to
Indeed.
be here. I'm proud of you too, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I love
Thank
what
you.
y'all doing.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. To the right,
Ty.
Ty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Nap
apologize. Ty.
aficionado.
We got Naptown native.
Yeah.
He a New
man.
England Patriots fan. We just gonna get that out the way early.
Yo.
I did you dirty, just like that.
First
Just
of all,
like that.
Let me clean up my name. International Ty.
Oh,
you know what I
big
mean?
facts.
And I love the coats, man. I fuck with Zaire, man. I love the coats.
Yeah, what you
gonna
said?
do the cake?
This is the
Yeah, what you
infomercial.
said?
The
Yeah, you said-
infomercial.
yeah, you said don't throw the rock and hide your hand.
You
You
can't
said
hide
that.
your hair.
Bro, it's cold outside. I can't have homie put me out. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
Facts.
nothing but love and good
Facts.
debate. Nothing but love, but good debate. But damn, man, how you doing? All-Star, do you typically play the NBA All-Stars? You always moving around like that, or?
No, but I mean, because it was in the home state, I had to come back.
Yeah,
So
I
shout
didn't
out
know
to
y'all
all
was
my-
that town boys.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to my 219 family. So,
shout
yeah,
out to
Ty
the
being
gang.
from Nap and me being from East Chicago, I had to come back and show my face, shake hands, and kiss babies. And shit.
Now, Ty, I'm gonna just check in with you. You're gonna be our Naptown, tour guide
Savant,
today
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Thursday, me and Tim, we found ourselves on 16th and Post.
Why?
60th Post Road? Yeah. I grew up on 42nd and Post. Yeah, 16th and Post is cool.
16.
42nd
It's the
and
40s.
Post.
It's the 40s.
42nd and
Yeah.
Post. 42nd and Post, like
So
Afghanistan.
you tell me, oh yeah.
Stay away from Afghanistan.
So I don't know what's next to Afghanistan, but we was somewhere in the vicinity though, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was Baghdad or something.
Ooh.
Hey, shout out
One
to
way
everybody
in,
on
one way
post.
out.
Look, we had the little pickup game. Look, at the end, I had to let the production crew know we need to get up out of here expeditiously.
Wrap it
Right
up.
now.
Quick, fast,
go,
and
guys.
Time to
hurry.
get going,
Yeah.
man. Dang. So, like, all right, Tom, I'm gonna just swing it to you. How's it feel to see like the city turned up? Indy is a great host city, by the way.
For sure.
Yeah. So I moved back maybe 2 years ago from the A, and so before that I was like on the East Coast. I was in Baltimore and DC. So come back, seeing the city different. new buildings, more lights. It's been good, man. All-Star actually has been a bunch of hype before, but I think the city showed up, man. Showed up. Weather crazy.
The snow, man. My God.
Yep.
I forgot how
Jeezy
cold
the
it get in
snowman.
Indiana. My God. I was complaining about the weather in Houston. It was like 58 when I left.
Oh,
Is that where you
here.
stay?
Yeah.
That's where you based out of
okay,
Houston?
no. Okay.
Yeah, Texas boy. I ain't gonna lie. I always feel like, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I love the cold. I feel like I appreciate the seasons. You get what I'm saying? So, but that shit like yesterday, that should be like, you can go to Tampa and just catch a vibe. Yeah,
Real quick though.
Real quick.
yeah though. But
crazy.
Playa del Carmen or something.
no
now.
question.
Yeah. Miami next week, though.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
What you got going to Miami next week?
My homeboy got a wedding out there, so I'll be out there Wednesday, Thursday.
Ooh, wow. I'll be touching down in Miami.
Oh, what's up?
Miami next week.
Yeah.
We got some shenanigans going on. I'm getting married.
Are you?
In 2 months, yes. And
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, man,
Clap it up for that.
Shout
You
out
excited?
Shout out to Ivy. You know what? It's crazy. We've been together. First of all, shout out to wifey real quick. We got to go to. Oh, good John Delaney.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me say this. I've been with her for mad long. We've been together since my freshman year at Cuse.
Oh,
So
wow.
So we've
okay.
been together for a minute. Got my son. My son just turned 2 last week.
Oh, congrats on
Yeah,
that.
so we already locked in for real. But
Yeah.
I am though. I ain't gonna lie. That wedding walking me the fuck down though. Again,
I heard that plan is crazy.
Walking it down, it's walking me down. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I always wanted like the big lit wedding. You know what I'm saying? Not too big though. You know, just the essentials. But it's gonna be a good job, bro.
That's dope,
It's gonna
man.
be a good job, but
Yeah, weddings are fun, man. Weddings are fun.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's a real good time.
Especially as a single person. Right?
You see that time.
You gonna be in there being a terrorist, right?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm a low.
Yeah.
I'm a low pro sniper.
low pro.
You troublemaking today.
Hey.
So what's
Sniper gang.
So what's the vibes for you? Like pulling up to, you say you don't typically, but it was home. So is it really more like a home trip, or is it like you say you was talking about a little networking?
Yeah, I was networking, so I went to the celebrity game last night. That was cool.
Okay.
Go to, the dunk contest and all that tonight.
Saturday night.
Yeah, we'd be able to network. Because people need to see your face. Like I thought, like if you just did the work, that would be enough. But the networking and being at this shit is a part of it too. Like people think that you can just maybe be online and just give great results, but you have to be out and about. And people need to see you and feel your energy too.
Sure.
And then be like, okay, I ran across him. He's cool. His team cool. So I'm learning to be on my Obama shit and shit. I'll be telling Joe like, yo, Joe, why don't you go? Nah, I'm gonna stay home. Shout out to Joe.
Shout out to Joe.
Ish, where you at?
Shout out to Joe. Shout out to the boy. They just dropped 700 today.
700,
Hey,
Yeah, so definitely a lot of
700.
love. Definitely a lot of love. Definitely a lot of love to JBP. 700 is major.
Yeah.
I be trying to get Joe outside too. First of all, I'm gonna put him on blast too because we supposed to do the Super Bowl together.
Oh shit.
Because I was just in the Super Bowl Vegas. That shit
Gotcha.
was very different out there, bro. I mean, Vegas is already a zoo,
A situation, yeah.
and just to have all that out there, it was just. I be telling people I'm not like an event type of guy though. Like I ain't the type of boy that's sliding to the All-Star games. Now I go to Super Bowl. That's work though. You feel me? I'm out there
work.
getting I'm making money out there, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
But I'd rather go to Vegas on a regular weekend, not when it's like
What's more chill and low key.
yeah, like when you come out to them Jones, you'd be like, who's who? But you all right though. It's good to, what's it, rub elbows, bump shoulders with the people and stuff all that. So I'm starting to learn that in my travels and stuff. But I don't know. We had a lot going on air. I don't even know where we gonna take it. We gonna keep it serious first, or you wanna get right into shenanigans? Because I'm feeling your energy right here. Though.
We can go into shenanigans.
So
Go
tell me
ahead.
why Pacheco better than Emmitt Smith.
Yo.
Let's
yo,
get
That's what
right
you
to
said.
it.
That's what you said, bro.
Hey,
That's what you said, bro.
Hey, yo,
If we have to line up legendary running backs,
Hey.
Pacheco's up there with Jim Brown and Emmitt Smith. Like, what?
Hey, yo,
No,
hold on.
you don't got Syracuse
I
on and say Jim Brown.
First
He
of
the
all,
new
I ain't
OJ.
put- I
Okay,
ain't
tell me more.
Hey, world. This is the conversation that me and my line brother, one of my best friend, we've been having for the last couple of days. So he went to the Super Bowl. So as things are going on, he texts me, such and such isn't, he's okay. He's all right, but
Not real.
So I hit the chat and understand something, that this is a lead dog on a Super Bowl winning team. And respectfully, Ian, this is the point that I was waiting to bring up, so I'm glad that we're here.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
So Zaire Franklin, great guy. Started at number 97. Then made
Oh,
his
you
way
started
to-
with the compliment.
Yeah,
Okay,
start and
gotcha.
moved his way to number 44.
That's how he
I
tried
see
to
you.
do. That's how he
But
tried
the
to do.
thing
He
is-
ain't low though. He ain't low.
But the thing is, though, right, is that, and starting with Pacheco, I think so, is that he just like Pacheco, had to get into a rhythm because I had to get on the field to make sure that I do what I need to be doing. So Pacheco worked his way into that space, and now he's the starting running back for the 2-time Super Bowl winning teams.
Okay.
So now, as we move the conversation forward, we're talking about him being potentially, I think he is, a top 10 running back in the league.
Okay.
Do I think that he's crazy, better than Emmitt Smith? No.
Okay.
But do I think that he can potentially, and I think he is, in the same situation as a Michael Irvin, as an Aikman, and as Emmitt, as a Travis Kelce, as a Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, what?
As a Pacheco.
Yeah, that was wild.
Okay.
I'm tripping?
I mean, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck.
Tell me if I'm tripping. Tell me if I'm tripping.
100 thou wow.
So when we were off camera, when we were talking about Pacheco, he was like, yeah, 900 plus.
965.
965. I was like, for me, 1,000-yard back was solid, right?
Right.
In the days of the Chris Johnsons, the 2000, like that was unheard of.
Unheard of.
So then I was like, let me do a little Google.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, 965?
965.
965, he's 18th in rushing.
Jesus.
Sound about right to me.
He's 18th in rushing.
Sounds about right to me.
So, and I'm a researcher, you know what I'm saying? But off camera, when you don't have it at the disposal, 18th in rushing and top 10 in the league.
18th? Hold on, wait.
Okay, look.
18th, bro.
Because I'm gonna let y'all speak. Because it's one mic.
No, you got it.
Bro, hear what I'm saying to you. You're saying it, and I knew somebody was gonna bring up the numbers, and that's cool. How many teams in the NFL?
You brought up the numbers.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know the top 10.
Nobody knew.
You got the top 10.
Hear me out.
You brought up the 965. Don't do that.
I knew that the numbers was going to come into play, and let's do the numbers game.
Y'all welcome.
It's 32 teams in the league, right? As you start to dwindle down, and let's have this conversation. All those running backs that we're talking about that are on that top 10 list, there was only one person on the opposite side that was on that list for the last game of the season. Period.
What do you mean was on that list for the last game of the season?
10 games. It was only Christian McCaffrey. It was Christian McCaffrey versus Isiah Pacheco.
I don't want to do this, but is he better than Christian?
I ain't gonna disrespect Christian McCaffrey like that. No.
Okay.
But like I said to you, and like I believe,
I don't even like how you said that. Like
I'm not gonna disrespect him
because
he got 2 Super Bowls, bro. I hate that, Chuck, bro.
Let me
stop glossing over that. Stop glossing over that. Stop glossing over that.
I'm gonna tag in. First off, let me just say this. I keep telling you, I don't want to beef or really, it's hard for me to judge somebody
I like Pacheco.
before I played him. I have not played Pacheco. Let me start there. I like what you say. I'm lining him up.
Yep, lining him up, setting it up.
Also, he got 2 Super Bowls, and I'm sitting here with y'all niggas. So I ain't gonna. Who am I? Again, right. who am I?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just a special teamer that got a hop and did a couple things. I ain't really much.
And turned it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Record holder.
But I think that the conversation really is just how much weight does Super Bowl rings really matter when we talking about, I guess, just the level and differences just in terms of how we view and comparing guys. You get what I'm saying? Because like you saying, yes, he has 2 Super Bowls. He was drafted 2 years ago. He was drafted to the team with the best player of our generation. That don't really got much to do with him. When everybody watching the game, they talking about Mahomes' successes and his heroics. They talking about Kelce. Like, those are the guys that are carrying these teams. You comparing him to other guys that carry a team. That's not fair. And also, too, is like you giving him credit for something like you said, you born on third base. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. He's a great player. He play his role. He doing what he's supposed to do. But to say he top 10. When there's other 10 guys in there, and then when I gave you a 10 people list or 18 people list, and you couldn't argue none of them, then it's like, what are we actually talking about? All you saying is that he got 2 Super Bowls, but all I'm saying is just because you got 2 don't necessarily mean that you better than the other people at your position. You're just in a better situation.
He doesn't just have 2 Super Bowls. Like he's the starting running back for those teams.
So that means every person that started.
John Paxson started too, but
thank you. So you saying every
not
person,
saying he John. Shout out to Pacheco.
Every person that started on that team that got 2 Super Bowls, you saying is a top player at their position. That's what you're saying?
No. But this is what I'm saying to you though, and now hear me out. I think that, and I'm not just talking about Pacheco. We can just talk about somebody being in that situation that he's in right now. Do not discredit his ability to do what he needs to do on that team. Role? And he does it exceptionally well.
Congratulations. That's why they win. But that don't make you a top. But what you're talking about is you're talking about an individual comparing other individuals. compared to the other running backs in the league, that don't add up just because you do your role. Okay, his role is to win the third and shorts, you know, a couple tosses here and a couple checkdowns here. Yeah, it's cool. Christian McCaffrey leads that entire team. Derrick Henry leads that entire team. Saquon has carried that team for years.
Nick.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Nick Chubb, oh my God, I didn't even put Chubb on the list. He's not even in the 20.
Listen,
that's crazy.
Listen.
That's crazy.
Listen what I'm saying to you.
These guys, Pollard, like these guys are asked to do so much more. Swift?
Listen, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not going to put you in that beef, but don't do that.
Put me in
one
beef.
Listen. This is what I'm saying to you, bro, is that please, let's really, because I think that the post is always moved or configured when you're talking about what people are doing and the goal for what you're supposed to be doing in the NFL. The goal is for you to win Super Bowls. It's not for you to be a rushing champ. It's not for you to be, I scored 10 touchdowns or 13 touchdowns. Hold on, because I let y'all cook. I got some shit in the oven right now. All I'm saying to you is that Isiah Pacheco has done the thing that all those people you talk about on the list has done. And you're not even saying he's number 10 on the list.
You're not.
That's crazy to me.
But if the goal is to win a Super Bowl, you didn't say the best running backs that won a Super Bowl.
Yes.
You said in general.
Super Bowl's a team thing.
Thank you.
It's a team thing. So you're comparing a team accomplishment to an individual accomplishment of being top 10. I don't think that's fair, though.
But the only reason
you're using a Super Bowl as to put a battery in that back of him being a top 10 back.
Does he not garner that leverage though?
No.
Hell no. To your point.
How?
I'm not disrespecting him, right?
No.
But at the same time, it's a team sport.
Okay.
He is one of however many players on the field. He benefits off of the Mahomes, the Kelsey, the boy who caught the Super Bowl and the touchdown.
Mahomes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he benefited off of that. And he just got drafted 2 years ago. Yeah. He ain't put in enough work to be top 10.
Now, I can argue last Super Bowl he did better, arguably.
Than this year.
Yeah, arguably.
No, he did. He played better than last year.
All I'm saying to you, bro, is that I think that in my perspective, in that position, to be able to do what he's done, it's been a lot of people that have been in that space and
didn't deliver.
I'm gonna tell you what a lot of this really is. A lot of this really is because when you play, first of all, this is a quarterback-driven league, so let's start there.
Absolutely.
So when you play with a primetime quarterback, guess what? You get primetime games. When you play with the primetime quarterback, Patty Mahomes, everything he do, every game he play is on TV, is nationally televised, and guess what? There's benefits for that. It's the reason why people want to play in New York. It's the reason why people want to play in LA, Dallas, you know what I'm saying, Philly, those big markets, because then you get, the different coverage and different things that come through that. Like, for example, I was top 5 in tackles and a whole bunch of other stuff. Broke the franchise record and nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? But that's because we're in a small market team. And when you're in a small market team, winning means a lot more.
Understood.
Also, we didn't have a quarterback to drive that national media attention.
For sure. To challenge the other.
Fast forward, he not only is he on a perennial contender champion dynasty.
He's on a dynasty.
Yeah, that he was drafted into, and he definitely plays his role in that. He also has the premier quarterback in there, so he's getting all the coverage. So I honestly think your perspective is only coming because you see him more than you see everybody else. You ain't watched Kyron Williams finish second in the league in rushing with like 1,500 yards, and he missed 5 games.
Damn.
I'm with you.
You know how crazy that is?
I'm with you.
That's insane.
That's actually a slight.
You don't see how Breece Hall really be carrying it out there in New York.
The slight that you gave in Pacheco is a slight that you're giving me. I don't watch football now.
You know you don't watch enough football because you only watch the games that's on TV. You don't
How?
Bro, because I'm a professional. I watch all the games. We play in Houston, I'm watching the last 4 teams that Houston played. I'm watching any defense that they played that looked like us. I might watch 5 games of just Houston's offense versus. So saying that being said, you know how much I done watch CJ Mosley?
Understood.
You know how much I done watch Fred Warner? You know how much I done watch Roquan? When I'm watching, oh damn, they played another great linebacker. How did they defend him? So I'm seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, you kind of catching people throughout. So we watch a lot of the film. Y'all as fans and as consumers only get to see what they give y'all.
But understand that your vantage point is to compete with them. My vantage point is to watch them. I don't have to have that perspective of them being.
But that's also my main point.
That's not only good. Hold on. That's not only good. Hold on.
I didn't really ran into a couple of these
but hear me.
in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, he trying to
head-on-head collision.
He trying to pod.
You know, it went one way and never went the other way. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, because I'm not fucking with you. Hey, look, Ty, because look, hear me out though. Because I do understand. It's valued, right?
Yeah.
Same. I have a perspective that you not to say that you don't have, but when you are working, when you look at football, you are working. When I look at football, in terms of my analysis on how analytical I am, it's based on a fan perspective. So if I do, or how I consume a game dealing with Pacheco or any other running back, that's based on one, like we talked about, Todd, the statistical matter, and then what I'm looking at on TV to say, hey, bro, I think that what he is doing is impactful. So if I'm saying that
we didn't say it wasn't impactful.
I got really quick.
Go ahead,
I got a $1 million question. I had to sit up for that.
Okay, hold on, get right.
Stretch a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Stretch the gallery out, yes sir. Plain James on. Come on, we investing now. You know what I'm saying?
Stop, man. Stop, man. Make me uncomfortable.
Don't tuck it now. Don't hide your hair.
Yeah.
All right, so Pacheco, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 965.
Yeah, that's a big number.
So we was talking off camera. You brought up somebody else. So I'm gonna spin the block. Kevin Folk. Was he ever top 10 running back? 3-time Super Bowl champ. I'm gonna sit back.
That was a dog too.
Damn.
Great play.
That's a crazy question.
on NFL Street.
For real.
You get off Kevin
That's
Folk
a
on NFL
crazy.
Street.
Hey, that's a crazy question.
It ain't. Honestly, it ain't a crazy question.
I abstain.
Yeah, I know.
Radio silence.
That's okay.
Next topic.
Cool.
Let's go.
That's cool.
I abstain.
I think it's just different though. When you always want to compare rings and stuff like that to like people's greatness. I mean, I know we got a couple New England guys in here.
It's crazy.
They already giving Patty the crown over time.
I think so. Pat
Already?
MJ the NFL.
Oh wow,
MJ already?
I think if he get one more, and I love Tom dearly, but I think if we comparing them year over year, I don't think it's no comparison, man.
That's fucking crazy. You know what's so crazy?
What?
That's my best friend. That's
we gonna be real,
bro. We gonna argue. Bro.
Tom's not fucking with Patty if we compare these first 5-6 years.
But Tom played for 17 years. Do that not matter?
Yeah, it does matter. I'm just comparing the time that they played.
Right.
We gonna forget the Tuck rule.
It's a different.
Wow.
It's a different league, bro.
Wow.
It's a totally different league.
Man, okay.
It's a totally different league.
So what? All right. So wait. Let me ask you this, because I know y'all the long term fans.
Yeah.
In terms of, because I think, and we talked about that before. Patty's year, that was probably like the one was probably this year.
Yeah.
What year versus Tom is his year?
That Tampa one.
Oh, Tampa's the year?
Tampa's crazy.
I think his Tampa Super Bowl
supersedes all the New England?
that season. I think that was his
Really?
best one. I think that was his best one, in my opinion. Now let me say this, because I feel like for Tom,
That's crazy.
and look for Tom, and this is why it's a couple reasons why I can't put Pat over Tom just yet. But
Not yet.
Seven
for
reasons.
Tom, yeah, for sure, specifically. For Tom, he came up in that New England way. Obviously, early on, nobody want to acknowledge it's such revisionist history. That was a defensive-led team for
Absolutely.
the first
Facts.
3 Super Bowls.
People forget
Facts.
that.
That
Yeah.
Rodney Harrison,
Facts.
Julius Seau,
They were some
Rabel,
dogs.
Teddy
Now he agreeing.
Bruschi, Big Vince
I'm not letting y'all
Wilfork.
get that off.
They got
I'm not
all
letting
the
y'all get that
favors.
off. I'm not letting y'all get
You know
that
what I'm
off,
saying?
Yeah.
Ty Law to Asante Samuel to
Samuels,
Gilly.
yeah.
Like, we ain't going to do that. Like, they didn't have run the McCourty twins. Like, that
was some dogs in defense.
And who was the mastermind behind all that? It was Belichick. That's getting to something
We gonna
else we
get to
talk
that.
about.
Yeah,
We need to get to that ASAP.
No, that's next.
yeah,
That's next. But my point is to that with Tom
Yeah.
is you went to it. It's like that's why I look at Bron best ring is when he went back to Cleveland. Because you went to Tampa, a team that never won shit.
Yeah.
Never really did anything.
Turn Tampa up too, boy.
Turned it up. I'm trying to think of the playoff run that he went through. I remember he beat Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
who he beat in the Super Bowl? He beat Pat in the Super Bowl.
He beat Pat in the Super Bowl.
I forget what the run was specifically, but it was just
he had a crazy run.
And to be able to do that in a new organization, your first year, that's just that major impact. I think he led the league in passing. He had Mike Evans on some shit. Chris Godwin on some shit. Gronk and Mel Gronk. You get another ring. You get a ring. Everybody gets a ring. It was just, bro. It was just like, and it's like that team was pretty much the same team with Jameis. And then you just add the GOAT in year 16, and then he just take them to the bowl at home. Yeah. He was the first one to do it at home too.
Yeah. Fire.
That had never happened. Yeah. So for me, that was his big one. Now, in terms of Patty, we done talked about it this year. What he did this year, I think, is not given enough credit.
I agree.
To go at home, beat that Miami team all year. I ain't gonna lie, that Miami team, just based off of how the Colts was set up, like our strengths and weaknesses. That was a bad matchup for us. Them boys got speed on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got 2-4-2 boys out there. Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah.
Tua putting that bitch on the money. I don't care what y'all say about him. He putting it there.
It's a fact.
Mostert had 18 tuds. Got them boys out the way early, though.
Yeah.
Then you went to Buffalo. Them boys been waiting for that game for 3 years. Don't worry about it. We getting that right up out of there.
Yeah.
Then you went to Baltimore. This is on the road. Look, I know y'all basketball guys. Everybody get 7 games. You know, we get 3 here, then 3 here. In football, you get any given Sunday, one time.
One and done.
On the road, they had Ray, they had Suggs, they had Ed Reed, they had Jonathan Hogan, they had T-Pain performing at halftime. I think the mayor was there. It was lit.
Hey, yo, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Was Obama there? I don't know. It was a lot of people. It was a lot of dark-skinned brothers out there.
Absolutely.
All right, bro.
And they took care of business, bro. Against a generational defense, I might add. Shout out to my man Roquan.
Yeah.
And then to go against San Fran, bro, with McCaffrey, Fred, Bosa,
game manager Purdy,
Shanahan. Purdy made great plays. I ain't buying that. And I'm always against 7th round hate. That's why I don't like that you making me do this with Pacheco.
Yeah,
now I'm gonna have
Purdy,
to do
Purdy game manager
when I see him.
Purdy showed up and played.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't put him in game manager. Troy Aikman.
Damn.
Think about it. Troy Aikman played with some dogs.
Yeah. But he got 3.
He had a tight end.
He delivered.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
Easier to do that.
But you wouldn't say
dogs.
he's a top 10 quarterback all the time, would you?
Is he not in the Hall?
Hall of Fame and top 10 different.
Yo.
Shout out Troy Aikman.
Hey, I think that Troy Aikman is one of the main catalysts of the 3 that you needed.
100%. He's the quarterback, so
I'm saying,
but you moving the goalpost.
Yes, he don't want to answer
Is he
the
top
questions,
10?
man.
all time? No, Troy Aikman ain't top 10 all time.
Troy Aikman gonna be both that. When he's
No, I'm saying, no. Come on now.
All right.
But when he was playing?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's all I'm saying about Pacheco. Go ahead. Next thing. Change. You don't have to turn the page.
Oh, my God.
I read the story.
Shout out to Pacheco, though.
Shout out to Pacheco.
Yeah.
Did it surprise y'all Belichick didn't get a job?
Ooh.
No.
Why?
What was that New England shit, Belichick or Brady? Shout out to Rashad. Rashad always be like, yo, it's Bill. We gonna keep it real or no?
Keep it 100.
1,000.
Without Brady, there is no Belichick.
Oh.
You can say that don't work like that. That's like saying
that boy won in Tampa the year after.
But like we just acknowledged, them first 3 Super Bowls was defensive led. Who was the mastermind behind them defense?
Yeah.
That was Belichick.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Who was the mastermind behind the Tuck rule?
Yeah, hold on.
All of them.
I mean, same question. Was it Phil Jackson? Or was it
That's
Bean?
It was combination.
Was it Phil Jackson or was it Mike?
That's different combination.
Right?
Phil did his job, right? Mike did his job. They both pushed each other. I think the ego got the best of Belichick.
That is a fact.
It's football though, so it's like it's different in basketball. When it's your star player in basketball, you know you need him.
Yeah,
and you know the fact that they was able to work through that bond and work that out is why they had success long term and why their relationship stay what it is. In football, they just constantly try to explain to us that we are so disposable. They try to treat us like the little shoe shit you put over your feet when you walk in. You just throw that bitch out, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, they treat us like we nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised. I think when you have that kind of demeanor, and I think it's a generational shift in how you have to treat people like that. Dog eat dog, Bobby Knight, Bill Belichick. I don't think that shit works anymore. I think you have to be more player friendly more receptive. I think the generation is a little bit, I won't say softer, but more vulnerable. I don't think you can bark down on a player like that anymore.
More mental health conscious.
Yeah, and if you're not, if I feel like that as a fan, I know some of y'all got to feel like that.
I mean,
it may not be said, but it's a lot of people who like, man, that was times. Even like the Patriots way, that shit was times. Come on, man.
You said that was Tom's? He learned that from Bill. How can you say that?
And you think, then why when he tried to replace Tom, that Patriot way shit didn't work?
Because he didn't have nobody as talented as Tom.
He thought old boy would do decent. What's old boy? He
from Bama? From Bama?
Yeah.
We saw what that went.
Tough Joe.
Hey, but to keep it a buck, the Patriots. So I think it got to be a combination, like you said, right? But for real, the Patriots have always just put a person in a place and done well. But they also had the GOAT, 7-time GOAT.
Okay.
They always had different running backs. Mm-hmm. They always had
like you said, them first 2 years, that defense was crazy.
Corners.
Yeah, it was just like every other
come in, do
3
a job.
years they getting the best corner in the league, not paying him. He leaving because it's a new one right up there.
Shoe covers. They put shoe covers. They put shoe covers in.
And just keep switching them out at every position.
Every position.
Except that quarterback.
All right.
But that's the most important one, though.
But
he raised him up, though, bro. I would think Tom would agree that he won't become the type of player that he is without Belichick, bro.
Of course. I agree. And he's going to say that publicly. But that boy wouldn't have got one right after and said, man, Bill, fuck you.
No, that means
as soon as that ego popped up and Bill was like, he the one, all right, let me show you.
So my question to you is that can Bill Belichick still coach? It's football.
Yeah. He definitely, now I don't know if it'll be at the same level. I will go on the record and say I don't think he'll never win another title.
Okay, but this is my question, because this is where I was going with in terms of what we were talking about, is that the narrative of Bill Belichick still being a hell of a coach is not talked about anymore. It's about the other intangibles. Oh, he may not be player friendly, or he may not do all. They don't talk about him still being a hell of a fucking coach.
But that's because he's still in the mix. Like, it's just you talking about comparing him now to the guys of today, you know what I mean? So
like a McVay?
So you're talking about the strength, the McVays, the Shanahans, the McDaniels, even Steichens. Like, that's just what the energy and what the vibe is now. But, if Bill was to say, all right, I'm not coaching anymore, I'm retiring, guess what? He going to have his year-long celebrations tour, just like Jeter and Tom and all that, because statistically, he might be the best coach ever, like NFL. Like, he in that conversation.
No,
he might be number one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So it's just kind of like, but my thing is too, and like this is where how I see it, and I feel like you can understand it too. I feel like Belichick is not just a head coach. You know what I mean? When you hiring him, you hiring the CEO of your organization.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, so that being said, y'all got to be in a position to take on somebody that's bringing that much with him. You know what I mean? That what needs that much control, that needs to reshift and set so many different things in a way for him to be successful.
Yeah.
Everybody is not looking for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was trying to explain to them, like in free agency, everybody think you hit free agency and it's just, oh man, well, they need a linebacker. I like their coach. I like so look, that's about 15 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you get outside,
it's different.
It's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And guess what? One of them don't even think you really like that. They want you to be a backup. And 2 of them, they trying to see which one they going to pay the most and they going to get out.
Yeah.
It's not that 15 teams. And I think it's you saw that too. And I was even telling them about Tom. Like, when Tom was a free agent, this is the best quarterback that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
6 Super Bowls. Was he coming off a ring? I don't even remember how it finished.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't coming off a ring.
He hit free agency. We had teams out there saying, for instance, no, we don't want him.
Yeah, publicly.
Other teams saying we don't want him. We talked about it off mic. Lamar Jackson, this past offseason.
Yeah.
He opened up his recruitment. 4 or 5 teams came out off rip publicly. Nope, we don't need him.
That's insane.
This is a former MVP.
Yeah.
He got MVP again this year.
Yeah.
Y'all saying y'all don't want him. Meanwhile, y'all struggling and still doing the same quarterback dance y'all been doing for the last 10, 15 years. So, like, everybody not looking for that. Everybody not as receptive to it. So I just feel like the reason why he not coaching, and that's another thing people don't talk about too, is Belichick obviously plays his hands close to his chest. We don't know what jobs Belichick turned down.
That's a good point too.
Why we sit here acting like Belichick can't get a job if he don't want to? If he wanted to walk somewhere and become a DC or be a safeties coach, he could do whatever the hell he wants. If he want to go somewhere at GM, he probably could do that too. But he's probably looking for a situation that best benefits him too. We ain't gonna sit here and act like
what team you think he'd be a good fit for?
Right now, I mean, probably it would have to be an organization that's defensive led. I would say it would have to be an organization with a strong owner, because I feel like you have to have a strong owner to be secure enough to deal with.
So he definitely never going to Dallas then, right?
I think Dallas was actually on my mind. I would say.
You think Jerry and Bill would get along?
Yeah,
Get along?
Yeah.
No, it'd be a Jerry Krause.
Yeah.
but I think it would be healthy tension.
Hey, look.
Okay.
I think it would be healthy tension. I ain't gonna
Jordan
lie.
got
That
some
would be
chips,
great
though.
if he went, but I don't know if Jerry wants the spotlight away from him.
Spotlight, but I think that's what they need, though, bro.
Oh yeah, need and ego, two different things.
Needs an ego.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel it. But just to change lanes real quick. Something that we obviously we're talking about off camera that I wanted you to kind of talk about a little bit is that in terms of, entrepreneurial or business acumen, things of that nature, with African Americans being in a space where we're able to like lead and be leaders, either owning a team or doing doing things like that. Why haven't we be able to to crack that like fifth wall? Why are we not in that space? Why do you think?
To not own teams?
Yeah, like why?
I mean, I think there's an invisible wall that keeps some of us out.
Okay.
Also, too, the other part is like, a lot of us don't want to own. Doesn't make it a bad thing, but like, if you have to go through all these barriers and you don't have the support from the community, what's the reason to break down a wall? Like, we talk about the XFL, great. There's challenges you're facing when you're taking on these entities, though. We talk a lot about we need to build our own, or will the consumers come, will the fans come, will we have support? Usually no. So why, like, look what happened with Kaepernick. He stood up for us, and then can't get a tryout. People don't even wear the jersey no more. Brittany Renner won't even mention him. Hey, y'all. It's like, fuck. If Brittany not mentioning, yo, that's the least I can get. So you want me to build up a whole ABA, another NFL? For what? For what?
But I think, and again, like we talked about, which I think, to me, study him and seeing the moves that he did make with that team, you have somebody like Masai. You have that knowledge. You have that ability.
Yeah.
He can run what you're talking about. I think he can make that move.
Yeah.
Why is it a bad thing for us to try to get someone to galvanize behind that person? Respectfully, we've done it before.
Yeah.
But why, like,
I think people want to be followers. So until it gets piping hot, like unless a Jay does it or somebody, or LeBron does it. Like if LeBron gets a team in Vegas or something like that, then it's like, oh shit, we need to, and everyone's going to follow that path.
Yeah.
But we need a trailblazer to be able to do that. That's not going to get a bunch of arrows in their back when they do it. I think it's needed. You don't see that trailblazer being Magic in DC? I do, but I don't know if people have the support for Magic how they should. Just to be honest. What you mean by that? In theory, like, we love Magic, but I don't see us gravitating and packing out everything that he does. So, like, if you go by, let's say, a soccer team, will 8,000-9,000 of us support you to make this shit so big that other people in your class have to go do it? We'll support on social, like, man, I fuck with Magic, I fuck with Bron, but it's like, will we go support and drive the value of it up so much where it's like, I didn't even see this coming. Okay. You saying we need somebody in that position that's already like mobilized and motivated. I'm saying us as black people and supporters and fans have to support it. Like, we was at the celebrity game yesterday. What's the kid named? Dylan Wang, little K-pop star. His whole section was going every bucket. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
I had no idea, but they was.
They was going crazy. Kai couldn't even get the ball. Had Dylan not got that ball, they would have rushed that fucking court.
No, for sure.
They would have got on the court, stopped the fucking game, Ruffles. Throw y'all chips away. Why Dylan didn't get the ball? So my thing is, like, when we try and build and own, even like with the Grammy thing and the boycotts, like, okay, we may be mad that Beyonce didn't get Album of the Year, but will we stop listening and not subscribe to Spotify for 2 years to make something happen? I don't know if we have the discipline. Couldn't make the move to title. Wouldn't do it. So I think as a culture and community, we have to like move in unison, and it's really hard to do that. That's the only reason why.
Do you think that just kind of like trying to do that? I'm pretty sure you pay attention to the United Masters.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve.
How would like starting them like making that move with that? Like how is that kind of going into the way of what you're saying?
Absolutely. I think Steve has done a great job of taking what he learned from that industry and advertising, but he's also making it friendly for artists.
For sure.
So like I think another thing too, when people buy teams, what benefit does the consumer have? So when I was growing up in East Chicago, like if I'm a kid now and I'm growing up in Gary, what difference does it make if Steve owns United? Well, I get to own some of that and make more money with him. Okay. So if we're going to own a NBA team or a league, the fans have to find a way to be able to benefit from that.
To make it profitable.
So if they can like NFT the ownership some kind of way, where they get paid and they get special benefits, then it'll be great. But just to support one person, they get all the money. It's not gonna happen.
Some boys are never letting fans or they wouldn't even let Diddy own the well now.
Thank God, ain't it?
In hindsight, right? But Diddy was trying to make the Black Panthers.
Yeah,
that'd have been saucy.
That'd have been crazy.
That all black with that baby blue.
Yeah, that'd been tough. That baby blue. That'd been tough. That'd been tough. Yeah,
crazy.
But they don't even let. But that's what I'm saying. It's like when you get in, it's even parameters and. I think it's just always different hurdles to get in. I feel like everybody gets in with the best intentions, right? Like everybody gets in saying, man, look, I'm the pioneer. I'm the first person to make this step. I'm doing this for the generations to come. I've cracked this door open for somebody to kick it wide. But then you get in there and then you start facing and dealing with the different challenges that come with running the business. Like, yeah, it would be cool to, energize and help support the community. But at the end of the day, you running a business. You got to make profit.
Yeah.
So now you got to do what's going to get you that profit, get you that return on that margin. Because guess what? These bills come every month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to deal with that. And now it's like as soon as you don't, I guess, necessarily tap into the community the way that somebody feels like, you were supposed to. And as soon as the right thread pop off on X and now that narrative is built behind your name, now you don't care about the people.
Yeah.
So it's like it's almost like a lose-lose
It's a tough balance.
situation.
So I got a question, right? So, you look at these organizations, you say, hey, they're gonna let's say Diddy was trying to buy something. They're usually backed by other people, VC firms or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
So we typically galvanize and go support people who we think own 100% of it. Could that be a reason where they're like, Magic doesn't even own all of it, so we don't have to support it? Could it be something like that?
I don't understand why. I don't understand what him owning a piece or the whole thing got to do with the difference.
A lot of us don't know, right?
Yeah, most don't know.
A lot of us don't know. So let's say you build up a brand and you sell it. They go like, oh, Zaire sold out. He sold the brand. Because all the brand loyalty, you had everybody running with you, and then you sold. They don't understand it, right?
Yeah, but I think that I feel like, because I hear you and I agree, but I think that to me kind of goes back and obviously into the teachings about how the dollar works.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I'm turning it over, I'm not flipping it over. It's going to be a blank piece of paper. I'm flipping it over. It's an opportunity.
Facts.
Right? Like if I'm giving it up, it's like, I feel like, to your point, so I feel like a lot of people, we just don't understand it a lot. It's like, I didn't buy in to Z to give up $1. I bought into Z because I'm like, shit, it might be an investment, bro.
Yeah.
It might be. It might get back in 10.
Yeah.
It might get back in 20 or 30. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like with us and our dollar that we're saying that we just want to be able to invest into someone or just see a vision or even just try to make it something, people just could be every time like, you know what? That ain't really your money, and I don't really want to give you money like that. So I'm just gonna support you on my Instagram page. Like, here you go. Like, but it's just weird. I think it's just weird like that though. We can't move. Like it's hard to move.
Can we expect people to support us financially if they have no benefit coming out of it? That's an emotional Ponzi scheme.
I think they do it all the time, though, right? I mean, you look at any other organization. I think it's just us. I think we hold the standard or the expectation for us is so high that
I agree.
Yeah,
because realistically, it don't even matter for real.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it that you specifically looking to get out of? Like, get out of it. Like, it's as far as somebody owning a label or owning a team. Like, what is the benefit that you getting out of it? Shouldn't your support just? I know this is in a perfect world, but shouldn't your support just be supporting somebody in that position to try to help move it forward? Why is it that you have to get something out of it to want to support them?
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like the lack of access and ownership too, right? Because if we go support you, we know that where it's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like also too with that, to that point, Ty, I think that in our era now, in terms of like all of this like mass media and knowledge, I think people are deciding no longer to invest or even start to invest in things because they're not able to like give an education on how to get there.
For sure.
But everybody's not supposed to be there.
For sure.
Like I'm saying, like everybody's not supposed to be the lead dog. Everybody's not supposed to be the CEO.
That's hard. That's hard to tell people.
That's the tough part.
One of my favorite lines, he said, hardest part of life, niggas can't play their role. Everybody want to ride a train, can't pay the toll.
Like, bro,
no cap. Everybody want to be on the train, but everybody don't understand you got to play your role for this train to get to where it's supposed to go.
Come on.
Everybody don't want to do that, though.
Come on.
Everybody don't want to do that, show.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, though, Ian. Obviously, speaking of investing, us as athletes, young black men, you know what I'm saying? Most of us college graduates, I don't know, these young boys, they getting 8 degrees with that NIL shit. Getting all this money early on, like, I think, just speaking from personal experience, like, when you coming in, everybody, I'm talking about everybody, as soon as you sit down, watch your 30 for 30 or broke.
Yeah.
You watch 30 for 30,
cool.
Here, 15 motherfuckers tell you how they spent all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I might have stopped, but some of that shit look all right. That should give you an idea. But it's just like you getting an influx of information. You got people coming at you. And sometimes it's just so hard to weed out, all right, what's the white noise and what's the one that's actually, what's actually what I need to lock in on and really understand. So like, just in terms of young men getting into wealth, like information, what's like the first thing I feel like, or one of the first things you think they should start paying attention to?
Humbly me.
Nah,
that's a fact.
Nah, don't do
that's
that humble shit.
If I made you money,
hey, we ain't humble today.
Hey,
we ain't humble today.
I'm just saying, if I made you money, please put yes in the comments.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That I think CNBC is a good resource for stocks. It's a book that I love called Money Master the Game. So Tony Robbins interviewed like the top 50 people in investing and got a lot of knowledge from them, and they broke down their strategy. But I think you need to listen to the people, who are doing it, either for themselves or they have a track record of doing it for clients. Now, the 30 for 30 for broke, it does matter because like when that money comes in, all of a sudden everyone sees you as a target. Management, agents, women, like there's a whole thing that we have to learn, family, friends, just how to say no. Because like, well, you got it. I saw the report. What you mean you can't give me? And then the requests become crazy. Can I get 9,000? I'm like, you got to go to the grocery store. What you 9,000 for? The fuck you buying? Dinosaur eggs? Okay.
Let me hold the Hellcat for the weekend.
Yeah, it's like, what?
What I'm supposed to drive?
Right.
So, but I think it's really important. I think everyone should like read at least 1 or 2 books per month. You really have to dive in because the thing that's really interesting, like you'll take a person like Paul Tudor Jones, who's like the Michael Jordan of futures trading, make $30 million a month. No one hardly knows who he is.
Yeah, I know.
So read 1 book a month, tap into some of the information that I'm giving, and I think most important just to want to know the information. A lot of time I feel like athletes wait too long until their careers are almost over to want to tap in, and it's like, bro, you have to start immediately. Because my thing is like if you invest into the market, so I always recommend VOO, which is an index fund, VTI, Apple, Microsoft. But like then when you get to ones that can go parabolic, like NVIDIA, AMD, I recommended 3 years ago when it was at $11, 15x return now. So imagine if you would have put 2 or 3 million into that, you can make the same kind of money off the field that you're making on. And that's the thing that I really want to help athletes do is to understand like the same game money that you're making, you should be making outside of the court and field.
But let me ask you this, because I think the first response you're going to get to everybody is, bro, I got so much going on. I ain't got time to be.
You got time for them bitches?
I'm telling you.
Let me see them IG DMs. So the little bitch in Miami, I saw you with. It's a couple of y'all. You know what I mean? Yo, if we gonna talk,
he ain't not holding no punches, bro.
I got on the elevator. So, yo, even I ain't gonna say who, but even when we was in the Bahamas, I saw old boy who just got divorced from old girl. He had 6 baddies at the table. I'm like, damn, I see why you got divorced, but I ain't mad at you.
Hey.
Yeah.
All them costs though.
Swear.
Yeah.
But
So
they
we
just-
make time for what we want to make time for. And outside of that, take 30 minutes, the same 30 minutes you're going to give her in Miami. Take another 30 and
30,
just learn about
sometimes
her.
take 10, man.
Hey, real quick. Right? And then just take the time to learn.
For sure. I think the biggest issue that a lot of athletes face, especially when we first coming in, bro, is you get so many people that's trying to put you on autopilot for different things in your life.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, and it's something that Tim is finally starting to realize that I've been trying to tell him for a long time. Bro, the NFL is so diverse.
Yeah.
It's so many different people. You got to think, all right, I went to Syracuse. We recruited Philly, Jersey, New York, Ohio. Everybody recruits Miami. Miami niggas are everywhere. So Dade County's everywhere.
For sure.
And a little Texas. Now, coming to Indianapolis, I got dudes from Utah, from NorCal, South Cal, North Dakota. Like, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are just from a whole different type of places. Alabama, Mississippi, like, and especially them Southern guys, like, since they was yay hot, since they was young, and since they was chosen, like, okay, I got guys on my team that's from a town of 1,000 people.
Wow.
You know, that grew up with one stop sign in a whole damn town. I couldn't live shit like that. But that's where they from. They was chosen and decided, okay, he's going to be the guy since he was in high school. There's a whole lot of people in your life that's been taking care of a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
And now you asking them pretty much to, you know, it's just like, how do you talk to them about trying to take ownership of their life? Like,
I mean, this is the unfortunate part. When you're rich, when you go broke, no one's going to feel sympathy for you.
that's a fact.
They're going to say you should have managed your money better. You had access to all these people. Why didn't you ask someone in your field? So not only for the protection of you, but your children, your family members going forward, because no one talks about the depression when you have it and then you lose the bag. And now you're looked at as the same guy who was like the guy from high school, and now you're 38 and you lose it.
You're a failure.
It will, it's going to affect your fucking confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to see what Antoine Walker went through, like, all those years ago. Like, when at Carmel, he was the guy in high school. Then to make it to college, then NBA, then had a fall off. It's tough, but people are always angling how to get money out of you. If you don't learn, there are women, agents, business owners who are going to bring opportunities for you that are not in your best interest, that look good, and you may get 5%, but they're getting 45% return. You have to know that you in the other game with a bunch of sharks who do this shit for a living. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
You gonna run across a smart Brittany Renner in addition to LA, and she gonna get you $200,000-300,000 a month. You gotta be on game, but it's also super empowering, and also for any athlete who's watching, I think it'll help your negotiation skills too on the field. Because if you got 3, 4, 5, 6 million coming in addition to what you're making, the confidence is going to be a lot different when you go to the negotiating table.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Shout out to my man, Hundley, Brett Hundley. Man, I remember he was in his 7th year. Locker was next to mine. Man. Bro, he opened his phone and showed me, like, he getting $30,000 a month from Airbnb. That's just Airbnb, though.
Yeah.
He like, I don't give a fuck about this practice squad shit. I'm just out here because I like playing football.
That's love.
That's a different type
That's
of
a different
peace.
kind of energy and peace of mind. Yep.
It's a little different, though. Coach start yelling at you. Man, I'm getting, you know what I just made today? I don't need this shit.
Don't need it.
I might start raising my voice in the meetings.
No bullshit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it could change. It could change a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think more athletes are afraid to invest? Because you guys have mastered one of the hardest fucking skills on earth.
100%.
So why do you think when I say, hey, put in 20 minutes, people are like, oh, I don't have the time?
I think for athletes who've been successful for so long, they're scared to fail.
Really?
Young boys and not even young boys, guys today, they would rather risk, $50,000 for the spaghettied up timepiece or that rather than, like you said, put $50,000 in VOO and just see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, they would rather do that just because they would hate to be the guy that put 50,000 in and now that dropped to 25 and now you looking like a goofy because you just lost 25 rather than you just spent 50,000 on diamonds and you ain't getting that back.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean? So I just feel like they just so used to success. And it's like you said, it's that group thing. Guys afraid to step out of that box of what they see themselves. You'd be surprised. Like, I'm the type of person, like, my whole life, I never wanted to let one thing define me.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of my whole thing. I always just wanted to be a full and competent person. Like, for me, being a student was just important as being a athlete. You know what I mean? Being a husband is just as important as being a father or a brother and all that other stuff. So for me, I always wanted to have different parts of me because I always understood that this football thing could be taken away from me.
Yeah.
And, you know, even with all the work that I'm doing, I still know I'm going to struggle with the day that I got to step away. Hopefully I'm walking away, not taken away.
Yeah.
But I think just for a lot of guys, it's just, and also too, you know, from football specifically, you know, the average career is 2.5 years.
That's crazy.
2.5 years. I mean, for guys, you know, I'm going into 7. You know, God bless. But, you know, you get, you know what I mean? Let's say you get
a short window.
Yeah, 9 years to just dedicate yourself to this craft to just make the most money that you get. I got dudes that won't even get married or even date because they just be on some, I'm playing football right now. That don't make no fucking sense to me, though. First and foremost. But it's guys that just feel like this is their moment. This is what they got going on. They don't want to risk it doing something else. So it's like the way, like, you would look, like, I got my degree in finance, so I just kind of always understood that, like, if I got $50,000 in my savings account and then I put $50,000 into, you know, another stock, I didn't lose $50,000. My $50,000 just changed form.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I look at it like that, but a lot of people don't look at it like that.
What do you think we can do to change it?
Conversations like this, people hearing from people like you, understanding that the 20 minutes that you took just sitting, you know, on your bed or in the locker, just, you know, scrolling on that Explore page, and you went from one profile and then you did
the Explore page entertaining though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
you gonna find something to work on that, John.
Absolutely.
But now, to that question, though, I wanted to ask you about that. It's like, obviously there are so many different ways that someone, and I would think either an athlete that has no idea about it or the average Joe that's not educated, and you are trying to go out and basically like create your own rubric. Like how do you even go about that, right? Because if I'm listening to you and I'm tapping in with you, I'm like, all right, shit, well, I got the shit in talking about, well, damn, what they doing over here? Can I add this? Like, what should be the steps for someone to be like, yo, if I'm consistently trying to do this, this is who I should listen to. This is what I should invest in. Like, how do you even go about putting that together?
It's really simple. Like, the formula that I came up with for free is like 2 tech, 2 indexes. So if I ask everyone, what's the number one phone company in the world? Everyone says
Apple.
Great. Then how much are you investing into it? Number one electronic vehicle company, Tesla. Number one in AI, OpenAI.
That's Microsoft.
Owned by Microsoft. Yeah. Like, we know what to invest in, but I think we just have to make the decision to have the same discipline when it comes to athletics as we do as like intellectual athletics. Like, because this is going to give you more freedom. But where do you start? Like, I mean, CNBC, me, we do Market Mondays.
Right.
My YouTube page, like any Peter Thiel is a good one in venture capital. Yeah. The resources are there, but I can't give you the dog to want to go find the shit. I've helped people make millions of dollars for free. You can't say that the information's not there. Yeah. Investing is probably the easiest thing to do in business because you know only probably 10 or 15 companies every year are going to produce the most results.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that I agree with you that the information is there. What I'm asking is that how many people can constantly put themselves under, like you said, the 20 or 30 minutes of the revision? Because it's a constant revision. Like that's when I look at like finances. It's like it's every day. It's like all you have to. Then it's not always consistency and concept. It's revision. Yeah. You have to go back. That's what I'm asking. Like how?
I mean, I think you have to treat it like a sport. Like I think too often, and this is the thing that I love about athletics. They'll watch your greatness, or we'll talk about Tom and how much time Kobe. Everyone loves the Mamba Mentality shit until it's time for you to do it. When you do it on your own, to put that time in every single day. And if you don't want to, you have to deal with the effects that come with that. It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We kind of talked about something earlier, and it really made me think about it too. Like, I think the biggest thing, one of the bigger things that we struggle to as athletes is we don't work together, which I don't really understand.
Why?
That. Trust, bro. If I had to boil it down, it's just like anything. You know, your man started a clothing brand and you support him, and you order a hoodie that you thought was fire, and then it get on back order. See, this one I don't mess with black. But guess what? You try to buy Hellstar and you buy it, you just spend the $500, you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
A month later, the hoodie come, damn, I did grab
or
this.
Rolex or Audemars,
you ain't even tripping about that, but because it's your man and you know it, then it's like, I see, this is why I don't deal with people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I always felt like, damn, like if we could get like, I always thought about like if we could get like a team or like a group in index fund or just building up on the real estate or different stuff like that. But it's hard to bring people together, and I think a lot of that is trust. But I think, like you said, it pretty much starts with one.
Yeah. You gonna be the one?
I'll be the one.
Hey.
How many people can you get?
You gotta put that together.
Whoever trying to pull up.
Yeah.
Whoever trying to pull up. But I think it's like what you said though. And you touched on something that I think is very important too, bro. Just the constant gain of information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of these guys, a lot of people too, they think once you finish school, you ain't supposed to read no more.
Yeah, man. You got to learn every day.
If you don't, look, what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting dumber by the day.
I swear.
Just scrolling on Instagram. Get out the Explore page.
Or do it after you done doing your research. That's another form of research.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. But, yeah, I think I always thought, like, so trying to get that together, man. Like, trying to create something to where, like, you know, present the information to where like your teammates and the people that you know, because the same way, you know, you got people off the field that's looking to get you into business deals that's not going to get you money or it's going to get you 5 and get them 30.
Yeah.
Your teammates sometimes be the same ones too, bro. Like I done had a couple of situations where guys on the teams, they running the scams on the guys on the team.
No.
That's insane, really.
That's crazy work.
It's hustling, ain't it?
That's crazy.
Work.
Like you said it's sharks.
Yeah. So what do you do when that happens? Come on, let's have that talk.
Furniture get the moving.
For sure.
That's insane.
But I mean, you gotta know who you're talking to, man. When you talk, and then it's just, to be honest, you gotta start putting two to two together. Oh yeah, you said, huh? And you said all I gotta do is do this, and I just get that back. Oh, okay, yeah. Send me that. Okay, yeah. You said who? Him over there? The one that so and so 30,000 from cornhole?
Nah.
Man,
okay.
Here's a gem. Here's a gem. What I learned in entrepreneurship. If somebody tell you,
all you gotta do
is
it's never that easy.
Yo, cat.
All you gotta do.
Just start moving furniture at that moment. Just start moving furniture at that moment, cause they lying like shit.
Swear.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think because I feel like I understand where Z is coming from, and I wish that we had a private VC where y'all can put that in, bro, and be able to invest.
Now hold on, let me bump for the guys as the NFLPA rep.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There is
resources,
funds and resources and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the P. I'm going to DC next week.
Okay.
You know, business summit. I done pulled up to the Business Leadership Academy. Okay. There's information out there, but it's like you said, it's like that dog. You gotta have that hunt in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you to go to Miami and go train with the fast DBs and the fast receivers just to understand where you at. You might want to stay, you know, in Columbus, Ohio, and just train with your high school trainer just because he make you feel good. Yeah. But sometimes you gotta go with the dogs to learn what's really going on outside.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, wait, but this is a question to both of y'all though, because I know Ian brought that up. How long are we going to keep that from educating the people that need to get what they need to get? Saying that, oh, you don't got the dog, it's cool. Like, I respectfully, and like we talked about it, nigga, I need you.
Yeah.
How long am I gonna say, hey, bro, well, if you ain't got the dog, you just kind of gotta whatever.
My thing is just, what is somebody supposed to do for you? I'm supposed to, look, I ain't come here, he sit on Market Mondays, man.
Every
First
week.
of all, tap in.
Tap in, for sure.
Tap in, look.
Tap in.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Plug.
My new joint is, so I started working out early mornings, and it, like my new joint is I'm not even music. I'm just listening to listening. But like it's like you still in moments. You know what I'm saying? In the morning drive. You know what I mean? Look, you just waking up. Go ahead, tap in, get some information to you too. So shout out to the Market Monday. But he doing that out there, what he said, for free. You can hear he talking about real company, real investors.
The hardest part of my job is the show that I do for free. Like when I used to do the presentation, it would take me 48 manual hours to work on a show. Then for somebody to tell me, oh, he arrogant. Bitch, if he was me, you would be too. What? I'm doing all this shit for free. And then have to be entertained. And that's why I tapped in with Joe. Joe's like, you dope, but you got to put on the personality. I'm like, I don't want all these people hating me. He like, they're going to hate regardless.
Indeed.
Sure.
So I got to be entertaining, funny, poignant, on point, give you the investment tip, and then don't get no money from it. For then people to be like, well, we need more people. I would argue our show probably may be the most important show in the community that gets the least amount of love.
I agree 100%.
So at some point, I have to make the decision to say, well, shit, maybe I need to go right to Goodell. I saw Adam Silver last. Shit, well, let me go poly with him. Yeah, it's like, because back to the community support thing.
Yeah.
If people are not supporting at scale, then why don't I go over here and get the support?
Understood.
The work's being done. And I think in every generation, people have done the work, but they didn't appreciate them until they left.
Yeah. And here's the other point. So we're talking about money. We're talking about access. It's capitalism, right? Either you gonna have or you're not gonna have.
For sure.
And you gotta have some dog in order to eat.
Yeah. But there. Go ahead. You want to follow? Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I just thought he just made a great point just about. I mean, I know you gotta keep going, but just about the work that y'all do. I mean, I'm just thinking about, and I was trying to explain to them. I ain't gonna do my man Bram like that. I love Bram. Bram don't know no football.
Okay.
We be in here. I had to explain it. We had Jonathan Taylor here. He was like, "Who? Who's that?"
Oh wow.
I know, but I love him.
JT,
My man live a different life.
Yeah.
But when I was explaining them yesterday when he was coming on, I was explaining just the work and the impact that Market Mondays and Earn Your Leisure has had, and just before y'all came, we don't hear from the Robert Smiths. We don't get to sit down and see Tyler Perry speak on. Steve Harvey speak on just
Don
the intricacies.
Peebles.
I mean the names is endless.
Even at the live show in Madison Square, we had Floyd Mayweather, Don Peebles. Tickets were $60.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Like, what are we talking about?
Come on, for information.
Yes.
I'm paying you to come get information.
That is hidden.
And they dropped some gems there too.
I let you have Carisha, Big Glow in that
for real.
though.
Yeah, Glow. It would have been different. But that's why we have to learn to put the entertainment in there with it.
Okay.
So it can be more palatable.
You think that's only our people thing, that we need to be entertained to be taught?
No, the thing that I've learned, even if you look at what Pat has done, Stephen A., Joe, The Rock, like you always got to be entertained. I grew up like a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah.
So to be able to put that heel element in, like I know when I'm pissing people off, but I know I'm gonna get them to also listen in, and they'll be able to get the medicine inside of the candy. Doing it that way. So I think the entire world loves to be in it. Swift had the whole motherfucking NFL going crazy.
Crazy the whole time.
You got to be entertaining no matter what. Yeah, you can't come off as a born economist. So I think the world needs entertainment, information, but also too, the people have to listen and apply. But the thing that I do see in investing that, like Prize Picks is doing really well, DraftKings is doing well. I think at some point, if Prize Picks figure out a way to get a safe bet every week, they can pass up passive investing. Because then you can say, well, I can put in $20 and get back $250. I should do that instead of invest. Now, I always say everybody's your competition.
But wouldn't that change? That would. I got some reservation for asking this, right? Like, wouldn't that change what they're seen as a gambling front with the guarantee?
It's only gambling if you don't know you're gonna win.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. But that changes. but that changes their framework though, because that instantly makes them a guarantee.
It do, but it don't. It's just like.
It's always gonna be risk, and the lawyer's gonna put the disclaimer up there.
Yeah, they actually looking at sports now like it's WWF. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
the script.
If you the script,
write the Colts in that motherfucker. Come on,
you know what I'm saying? So a guaranteed win off of a bet or a gamble.
I mean, they had Patty. Wild. I think in Prize Picks, like would he get more than 100 yards or 50 yards or something crazy?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I'm saying though, like. But I hear you though. I hear you.
So my only point is they need to make investing easier, where you can invest as quickly as you can gamble. And I think Robinhood had a moment, but everybody demonized it.
Yeah. Once Coinbase and all that went.
Yeah, it went crazy. And also once we got into it, like our grandmas could use Robinhood.
Right now.
My grandma couldn't have used Schwab. I could have used TD Ameritrade. It was too complicated.
Now let me ask you that too. All right. Because I wanted to switch gears a little bit and just kind of, for the athletes, because we got a lot of guys in the league that be watching, and obviously they're going to tune into them. Shout out to the members for sure. So I'm a current player. I want to get to investing. What's the best app? I know you mentioned Robinhood, Schwab, obviously, wherever you bank, UBS, or it's obviously different ones. I got 50,000 in cash, and I'm just gonna play with it. Which app do you feel like works best? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll need you to clarify this too. They was saying something like with Robinhood, you don't own the app or you don't own the stock or something like that. I think that might have just been with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, you gotta get that specifically.
Yeah. Right. Well, if you own the stock, like you're gonna own it outright, you may not get the best price, but the easiest app to use is Robinhood. If you're a little bit more advanced, I would go to Schwab.
Even if you're not banking with Schwab, just
because a brokerage account is just like a checking account for stocks. It's just where your money is going. Then you can buy the equities or the stocks there, and you're good. So those are the two that I would use. Which ones I would get? VO, Apple, Microsoft. Like Apple is going to.
How much is a share of Apple?
A little bit pricier now than it used to be, but I mean, even
because them goggles is out. You like the goggles?
The Oculus?
I think they're overrated, but they'll get better. They're at 182 right now.
182 a share.
And I don't want to see you out here walking around with the goggles.
I'm not gonna do it outside.
Keep it P, man. Come on, man.
It's tough, bro.
You can't show off the fade when you got the goggles on. That's
but if I go snowboarding or something, I may put them on.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm fully against it, but the day that they drop the Cartier frames with that bitch, I'm in.
That's what Shawty said. Yeah, see? Yeah, a little chip.
Yeah.
But with the little battery pack, it look goofy. But when it get a little bit cooler,
Z, that sound like a bad investment, boy. That sound like a bad investment.
No, for sure. But so you're getting going, you learning and stuff like that. So I guess you said those are the first start. What about this whole? I know right now it's kind of a dead period, but like all the coins and stuff, that was just a fad and a phase.
The altcoins, yeah. I mean, the ones I like, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Like I would say, pick 2 or 3 coins that you like, and you'll be good.
Is it worth just buying a Bitcoin and just letting it cook?
Yeah, any investment long term, you should hold for at least 5 or 10 years.
How do you even buy a Bitcoin?
You get on any platform. You go to Coinbase to be able to get it. You can do it through Robinhood.
But don't you have to have like a third party in the middle to be able to pull it out and to make it an actual percentage? But it can be like coins when you take it out in actual dollars, though.
Yeah. But my thing is like, I think sometimes even with that we overthink it. I would look at Bitcoin as like gold and an index. They've stamped it like, okay, this is the one that's going to be safe. Yeah, we got all these other altcoins, but that and Ethereum is going to be safe for a while. Invest in the safe ones. I think we want a sensational 500-600% return, and it's like, well, you missed 50%, 40% year over year with Apple. Even when I called Bitcoin at 20,000, people was like, on the show for free. Yeah. Not Mike Novogratz came on and said, damn, you are picking where institutions are looking to buy. And a bunch of people was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'll talk your shit. Run that back.
Come on, man.
Talk your shit.
Now it's in the 60s or 50s, and it's like, okay, great. So my thing is just hold for long. Any asset that's worth owning, and I always say it like, as shitty as like the Cowboys have been, shout out to y'all, since 95, Jerry Jones ain't let go of ownership.
No.
Ever.
But we want to flip in 1 and 2 year increments. I'm like, hold for a 5 or 10 year period. Like AMD went from $11 to 15x return in 3 years. Like I've been at AMD since $7.
Yeah.
Continue to hold.
See a return on it.
Yeah, hold for the long term. Yeah. All the real gains is to the upside if you hold for a 5 or 10 year period.
Do you feel like you like Neo in the Matrix? Like you just looking at zeros and ones and everybody else looking at these lines and shit?
It's no different than if I asked you, how do I make it to the NFL?
Yeah,
but if you hit me and then I'm like, well, you do drills today? I'm like, maybe in October I get to it. You like, I'm going to tell your dog ass something. It's the same thing. Like,
machine in the garage
and Todd tell you, like, he'll come to Houston. He'll be like, what we doing? I'm like, I'm C4 and KO chips. I'm on the charts. For me, it was like 8 to 12 hours every day. I treated this shit like a craft.
When did you start? When did you begin to like start investing your time and your energy into this?
2008, 2009. Like I had I told a story before my guy Art. He was working at JP Morgan. He told me what to invest in. Ironically enough, the girl I used to fuck with, I was in Indianapolis.
Hey,
shout out to her.
Shout out to that nap.
Yeah, so he called me like, yo, what's up?
Lady.
Hey, I got some stocks for you to invest in. I'm like, I hear you.
I know that's a Gary thing, Lil. We didn't already had that discussion with the guys. Yeah, but look, we still rock with the Indiana.
Hey, man, we be seeing y'all do the dance in the locker room and shit.
Hey. I was going to hit that bitch, but then CJ Stroud threw that. None of that shit. We got to stop talking about that.
Yeah, please. It's over.
I didn't listen, and then Art was, 35? He retired off those investments. He was like, yo, let's liquidate. And I'm like, what the fuck is liquidate be? He's like, yeah, we're going to sell. And I'm like, what happened was, I was in Geist, you know what I mean? Laid up and didn't listen. And then he was like, well, you lesson one. Like, shit, I'm rich. Like, I'm retiring.
Damn.
And from there, I was like, I'm not going to miss another recession.
Facts.
Let me focus and get this shit down. Because my thing, when I used to watch CNBC, I didn't know everything that they were saying.
Swear.
And I wanted to know. And I'm like, if I get this down and I can be entertaining later and be able to call, because on CNBC, they can't tell you where to buy.
Right.
I'll be like, Apple 150, 120. That's why I'm looking to buy this, where you should get in. Make it simple. And from that moment, I'm like, I never wanted to miss another recession. So when the market drops, like, and everyone's panicking, I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. But that comes from putting time in every day.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Because actually, we actually had this argument with Joe about a month ago.
Oh.
Okay.
What is a reasonable amount of money to retire? Like when you say, like, at the end of my career, let's say I played till I'm 32. At that much to not have to work again, what's the amount of money to retire with?
What was his argument?
So the argument started was, they asked me, they said, Z, would you rather have 50 million and 3 championships, or 100 million and y'all ain't never win?
No
shit?
chip.
100. Easy. You said to 50?
Yo, that's
Yeah, I need the fucking rings.
You can move to 50. You can't move to 50?
You can move to 50.
Okay.
You can move to 50.
I'm just asking.
I need the
I would
rings.
rather have 100 though.
I'm rather had 100.
Yeah, I'd rather have
I understand.
What would you do with the 100 that you didn't do with the 50? Are you
I'm
gambling?
competitive as fuck. I'm sorry.
You're
Competitive as fuck.
Yeah.
But I can do more with the 100.
What are you doing more with the 50 than the 100 than gambling more? Like in terms of gambling, like investing more. Like what's different?
I mean, if you want to talk about generational wealth, everybody says it, but they don't want to do it. Like I can probably set up another guaranteed 8 generations with that money. And we know this, like the things that we can be able to do for family and friends, we can make their dreams come true. Now we can have the argument, is it a good return? Or will they always be appreciative? That's the other part people don't talk about. You can set up somebody and have the dream life and then they hate you for it later. Because they didn't manifest it on their own. That's a trade-off. But I mean, what's a good amount for retirement? Everyone's number's different. I mean, I think minimum 20.
20?
Yeah.
20 in the bank, 20 invested, 20 liquid,
either or.
20 all together with a portfolio?
20 all together.
Okay. That was pretty much the argument that we was having because, so first of all, 2 things. First of all, it's a lot of guys in this league, and y'all see them, they getting paid astronomical money, and they fucking hate that shit. Now, I get it. You know, we only play for 7 years or whatever, so guess what? You'll hate 3 years for 100 million, I guess, to live forever happy as hell when you after that, right? But that shit is terrible. This is your life's work. Yep. You invested everything in this shit. This shit ain't easy.
At all.
My body's still hurting. I ain't played since January 7th.
Yeah.
I still can't really turn my neck all the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm working through that bitch.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit to lose.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit to come in second over and over again. That shit corny. We compete to win. That's why you out there. That's one. And then 2, I think there's a tangible value in becoming a champion that I think outside of the sport and people that's not necessarily haven't been in that position or seen people like that don't understand that. Like, that 06 Colts team, Reggie, Marv, Cato, Freeney, Peyton, like outside of the top guys like Freeney, Marvin, and Peyton, who faces are good everywhere. Yeah, bro, you can forever get money in Indianapolis.
Absolutely.
Like when them dudes walk in the building, it's like a gold aura around
Jeff
them.
Saturday,
That whole Tart, Glenn, shout out to Tart. That whole 06 team is just immortalized. Yeah. Forever because y'all brought the city a championship. Nick Foles, that Philly team. Yeah. And Philly, bro, they're stamped. And especially if you get a championship in a city where you consistently make plays and make something happen. So it's like, you might be getting 100 million. I mean, 50 million is 50 million. We ain't gonna act like it ain't. But multiple championships in a city that matters, I'm gonna take that because you're gonna be able to stretch that loan. You're gonna be able to make that. You're gonna be able to mix it. It's similar to like that $500K at a dinner with the Hov.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people think Hov might give you the joint, or you might just take that bread up right and do what you want with it. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. That's how the conversation started. But then it kind of flipped to like, well, how much money do you necessarily need to live comfortably and live forever? Because my whole thing was like, well, shit, it's $50 million, not a lot of money.
Yeah, 50 is a lot.
Yeah, 50 is a lot.
Yeah, 50 million.
Especially if you stay in the Midwest.
You know, bro, 50 million, not a lot of money, bro. Bro, you can't even really, bro. Those people making 300. Congratulations.
Yeah. It's still a lot.
My feet still deep in the sand.
12.
With the 50 in the crib?
Absolutely.
I don't know. What an extra 50, you can go buy a city. You know what I'm saying? You can really be immortalized.
That's a gamble.
That ain't a. What you mean?
I'm saying though, like when you're doing, obviously, you saying going to buy a city. There are different plays that you can be able to make.
You can go buy businesses.
It said 50 million, not a lot.
Yeah,
Bro, it say a whole lot of ridiculous shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's my man. He also was trying to line me up with somebody, and I ended that too. But we ain't gonna.
He tried to set you up with Caesar.
Oh, hey, yo,
chill out.
He actually text me.
Did he?
I got his number. I ain't never text him though.
Oh wow!
I'm glad.
Thank God.
Man,
I thought about it though.
You been moving furniture.
Hey, chill out, bro. hey, chill out,
They've
bro.
been moving my furniture.
He took the bait. I ain't taking the bait, bro. Chill out.
Chilling.
Nah, for sure. Nah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's definitely been a great convo, man. I think it's super important for athletes and I mean people with this type of generational wealth, this type of money, man, just because to create good habits.
Yeah.
I talked to a couple of like Hall of Famers and stuff and at the Super Bowl and was just asking them, I'm like, man, like, I'm, looking, to come up on a, extension or whatever. How did y'all go about that? You know what I'm saying? When y'all got your first big bag and how did y'all go about investing? One of the biggest things he said was budget. He was like creating a budget and creating something that you could at least stick to, a framework that you could at least be disciplined to. Because he was like, no matter how much money you make, I mean, if you ain't spending it right, it's going to go.
Absolutely.
So he was just like, look, man, just make sure that you allocating to certain things and you just keeping track of what you spending your money on. And I truly think like I be thinking about that now because, we got businesses off the field, from real estate to franchises to, I don't know. We got our hands in a couple of different things, investing in different companies and stuff. But like, it's like now that I gotten older in the league, it's crazy because like now when I buy the watch or I buy the bracelet, I'm really like, damn, I really could have put this bitch to the
and something else here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you need both because
no,
people.
You 100%.
You need both
because the neck got to match the wrist. That's just how that's got to go. Come on, man.
And that wrist crazy too.
Yeah.
Put it on camera.
Put it on.
Oh, work.
Is they trying to let the rolling breathe, but it's high enough my sleeve.
Chocolate joint.
One thing that I did want to ask, but before we close out with everything, man, is that be it with Market Mondays and things of that nature that you're doing, it's heavy on the educational aspect in terms of what we're doing, not more so in the college aspect, but just in schools. Do you think that we're even teaching kids the right way in terms of how to invest, financial literacy? I know Shalice's Angels, I don't know, like I said, next sure we tap in with that, but do you think that we're teaching the right way or the right things?
No, but the American education system after Rockefeller bought it wasn't designed to teach people to be better. It taught them how to work well inside of corporate. So if I'm a Rockefeller, the education system is perfectly designed to work in the way that it should be. I think it's up to parents and the guardians of our kids to teach them what's needed. Thank God we have the technology now to be able to have these conversations, Market Mondays, to be able to learn in different formats, but like the American education system was never designed to give us freedom.
So what do you think is the best way? Like you mentioned, my nonprofit, we host business academies. We every year we get 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th graders.
That's fine.
From Philly. We got like 3 different schools last year. I think we probably try to do 5 this year. Get them in my old high school in Philly. We get business owners from the city, from where we from, come in, speak on the challenges, speak on the different things that got them through and got them to success and how they learned and got into their businesses. Then the second day, we got a computer simulation I actually got from the University of Michigan.
Oh, that's fine.
When I went to an academy there. And it's basically, they go in groups of 3 and they basically teach, they are basically running their own coffee shop on the college campus.
That's fire.
And for the kids, it's like Robo-Blocks or it's like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, I'm talking about they dealing with things from insurance to wages to hiring workers to marketing. You create your own slogan and your own coffee cup and you compete and it's a competition too.
I love that.
How do you feel like it's good ways to like I guess teach and try to continue to educate? Because I'm big on that. Like I tell people all the time like Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee like for the work that we do. I don't really like football camps. Just because I just feel like, man, like just the access and the rooms that we've been in and the people we be around, if I'm going back in the hood and I'm only giving football, I'm crippling y'all.
Yeah.
I'm handicapping y'all because I'm reaching and I'm touching people who got 10 times as much paper than me, and I guess what? They ain't never ran down on kickoff.
Yeah.
And they ain't never gonna have to. So if I'm not, I need you to give you those answers. The way I went through the hard way. You ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like is the good way to like try to educate and teach the youth? Right
I think what you're doing, and then I always tell parents, be the change that you want to see. So for me, like, even with my son, I don't try and teach him a lot anymore. It's like one little lesson at a time. Also for parents too, when you're teaching them, give them a financial reward. Like when I went to the bank and took cash out and let my kid count money on the bed, what I taught him after that resonated so much more.
Because he was able to feel it.
Absolutely. And then also as men, especially if you have kids, you have to manifest the shit that you're telling them that they can do. So I can't tell my son he can do anything he wants to do and I'm lazy. Like this is why I'll make my rounds here. I'll go see Joe. Cause then when he goes to school, it's like, oh, I saw your dad on YouTube. Like even for him, he like, oh, I want to meet Steph. Shout out to Nicole and JP Morgan. I did an event with Steph. I was dad of the fucking year.
Oh yeah, you went crazy.
So now he's like, oh, I want to meet Kais. And I'm like, I don't know everybody.
Oh, now you trying to see how far you can
Yeah, I'm like, bro. But the fact I was able to do that one thing and then to see career progress and then make his life comfortable. We have to do the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times parents may not have themselves together financially and they want to live through their kids' successes. Like, no, this shit got to start with you. But start with one little lesson per day, even if you play Monopoly or Roblox or even if we play Madden. I'm like, okay, loser got to get the other one $2, then we do push-ups. Great. Now he'll ride around and be like, okay, is Smoothie King publicly traded? No, but Starbucks is, and this is why. And teach one little thing a day, and I think it adds up.
All right, and look, I'm gonna let you go because I mean, obviously, we've been having a great convo, but you made me think about something that I really want your perspective on. The women in our lives.
Shout out to my babies.
Shout out to the babies. Now, how do you? let me.
Oh my God.
Let me look. I told you I'm about to.
I'm done being a villain too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Look, now he's not a villain.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Started all spicy.
Now he took the Lex Luthor cape off now, just like that.
I'm cool, y'all.
I'll go ahead.
The role that the women play in our lives, man. You know, you talk about educating your kids and moving them on. I personally think it's important. I mean, I feel like the biggest partner that you're going to have is the one that you land next to.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest decision that you could make. And obviously, behind every great man in history, it was a great woman.
True.
Or most of them.
Yeah.
Or most of them had few.
Kid.
Let me say this though. Like, how do you feel like that could you could push that off and trying to bring your woman along and teach her that same way, or it don't work that way?
I think we have to select women who naturally have that in them. Where I'm at in life, I don't want to help build anybody anymore. I just want to help pour into. So I've had it where I've tried to help develop women, give them certain things, and they didn't take to it for whatever. Maybe they didn't believe in the vision. But I think it's really important we pick people who are aligned with us spiritually, who will help build and not just take. And that's the other part of the game, too. Like, when all the money comes and all the jokes are funnier, you way cuter.
You hear me?
Right?
I am.
Smell a little better.
But then they may sprinkle. They may use you to catapult to somebody else.
That's a fact.
So we have to pick the ones that are good for us. And we know who's good for us and who's not. Like, we have to just fight the temptation and not pick the wrong ones.
Yeah.
But a woman in that journey is incredibly important, especially like you look to build a family. You're getting married. That's amazing. Right? Like, so I think for all fellas, it's important that decision of who you choose to be with forever is going to have the greatest impact on your life.
Now, for you, I guess you can only speak for you personally.
Yep.
Not going to put you on a
The
whole male delegation.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Just in terms of the role that your woman plays in your life, like, do you feel like, I mean, obviously it's to each his own, but is it more of a stay at home, take care of the house, comfortability thing, or is it you want somebody that's kind of not front lining with you? Because I think that gets too much, but somebody that's at least bringing something on yourself. Because I'd be like, look, if I'm making M's, if you can get $50K, oh my God,
something.
That's just icing on the cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make 50K a weekend, so it's like if you just bring that.
I'm happy. I just want somebody who puts in some effort. Like, I don't want her to work for anybody else because I don't think a queen should have to leave a castle to go work for another king. But you got to bring something to the table. So either help in my business or you have a business, cool. But it's really just about effort.
That's a fact.
More than anything. Like, I've done the other way. Like, I pay all the bills and you just chill, and it don't go well.
Tell us about that. No, I'm just
What you want to know? We'll talk. We can talk.
Look at the time. Look at the time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've done it.
Look
But
at
even
the
in that,
time.
like, the greatest thing, like, and as men, we can speak to this, when you have a purpose and passion, you can feel that joy in it. Like, a lot of the time, like, everyone loves Kobe in death, right? He was an asshole when he was living. He wasn't being an asshole because he was just like, it's the work that made him feel that way.
Sure.
So it's the same for me. And I think if people don't have a purpose or something that they're tied into, women, they'll admit it. Like, I just don't want to be up under a man and he's just taking care of me, because they also want a sense of purpose outside of that man and kids.
Facts.
So you have to be able to do something. I've tried it the other way and paid bills and did vacations. I know y'all don't like my little vacation post and my take too, but I took Bay Girl on 11 vacations last year. Quit playing my name.
11?
Quit playing with my. I went on a world tour inside of a world tour.
11 of them.
11 of the things.
11 of them.
He said,
Still
"Big
wasn't
girl."
happy. Still had something else to say. Still getting back to her.
No, she was amazing. Hey, baby.
Ah.
I'm learning.
Comment, please. Hey,
Yeah.
look,
That's a
fact.
hey, Ian, man, you've been a fantastic guest.
Ty, I
bro.
appreciate you,
brother.
bro.
Ty, man, appreciate
Yes,
y'all
sir.
for coming
Yeah.
in. Dealing with crazy Tim over here.
That's my guy, man. Can you name the 10 backs that you think?
The 10 backs that I like.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I did Derrick Henry,
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey, JT, Chubb. I forgot about Chubb.
Nick Chubb, a dog.
Yeah,
yo.
tripping. Saquon.
Saquon, a dog.
Kamara. Kyron Williams. I like a lot of the new running backs, to be honest
Mix.
with you. Yeah, mix them in, but I like Breece Hall.
Gotcha.
I like I don't think everybody on him yet. Tajay Spears is gonna be a good player too. Obviously, Swift, I'm tripping. I'm at like
Swift,
11.
yeah.
I'm at 11 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Who the top 10 backs the fans need to keep their girl away from? That's hey, some of y'all coming to the
I ain't in the
All-Star
NFL
Super Bowl.
yet.
Yo, we need to, hey, fellas, once you get a certain age, you got to quit wearing jerseys. You got his name on your back.
That man,
You had your girl on the
that
back.
man
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Also,
Hey,
be careful.
we getting spicy at the end.
Be
Hold up,
careful.
man.
I love it.
We gonna do the question or no?
What's the question?
Oh, the four?
The four.
the final
Y'all
four.
ready?
Oh yeah, what is it?
If we got time.
Oh yeah, we got to. We said so. It's 4 people in the room. They said Drake, Gunna, Future, and Thug, and they said one gotta go. Who the first one
One
got
by
that's gotta
one.
go?
Who will be the first one out?
I'm getting rid of, it's tough though because he had a great album. But I'm getting rid of Gunna first.
Gunna first.
Yep.
Gotta go with my boy.
Who?
Thugger, gotta go.
Thug first?
No.
get
No,
rid
no,
of
no.
Thug?
That's second. That's I just.
Oh, Thug
yeah,
second. Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
just-
So Thug.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, that's-
so Thug's the
Thug
second.
Yeah, I know, man.
So
So Drake and Future, the last two standing?
Okay, what are we going for in keeping the final artist? Best music, most albums sold. Like, what are we going for?
They were talking hits.
most
for hits.
toxicity?
They were
Oh,
saying
hits for hits?
They were saying hits for
Hits
hits.
for hits.
That's what they were saying. Hits for hits.
Oh, hits for
Like,
hits. Those two gotta
Ty,
be the last
no,
two.
But we
That's
say,
what I-
but
that's
we
what I
said,
was
Ty,
saying.
it was if now you got these last two in the studio, and it's like they are already ran through. All right, it's 10 hits. Who's gonna be the person to make the last one? Like he got 11, you couldn't get 11. Who gonna be the last one?
Drake the last of the Mohicans, bro.
Last
Drake
Mohican,
probably the
bro.
greatest.
It's gonna be Drake.
Yeah, he one of the greatest of all time. bro.
Landslide?
Not a landslide.
No.
No, he's a last. It's like 1A, 1B type shit.
Yeah.
Bro, take
These
his
guys
Future.
said it would be Drake and Gunna at the end. That's what my co-host be saying.
Gunna
That's-
can go
that's
to
just-
hell.
That's just what I deal with on a daily
Yo,
basis.
that's
Don't worry
not
about
what
me.
I said. That's
Damn.
not what I said.
Gunna got some hits though.
Gunna do got hits.
He ain't got hit for hit.
He don't got future hits
with,
though.
with
Pluto or
Yeah.
Ooh. You tapping into your astronaut kid bag.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Future wrote something
He was
for
in Atlanta
Beyonce
time.
and
He was in
Rihanna.
Atlanta road.
That's
saying,
hard
though,
to
bro.
top.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is a little different. But look, man, been a great guest, man. Appreciate it, man. It's been a great episode.